This may be the longest video I've done because I did two full and I'm doing the third one. But I'm gonna try to wrap it up here. But that's my point. I'm back to what my reality was. I tried the fantasy world. It's not for me. You can pretend, and I could pretend very well. And the reason is that I have a certain look, and then that gives me a bit of an advantage in things. But I don't care about. I am in reality right now. Okay. I've had a very great, especially the past 7 years, been highly gritty, 8, 9 years even, right? Yeah, I don't know, like, that is what it is. But the thing is, I understand my reality. I know who I am and where I'm at. You know what I mean? But that's all it is. Now, obviously, I'm not saying, oh, I'm anti-money or I'll never be successful. I know I'll be successful at some point, right? But that's the reality. I mean, I don't have somebody saying, and I don't want somebody to say, hey, dude, take $1 million. You'll have everything, man. And you can just live how you want and you can act like a rich person as much as you want. I don't want that in my life. I don't want that. I'm pushing in my life to do better, to be better, and to get better. And obviously, when I talk about in 10 years, I want to have 4 venues, that implies that the 4 venues will be successful and I will obviously have a lot of money. And that is my idea. Though I will tell you that, again, and I know I've said this a lot of times, but you don't have to have a bank account above a certain amount to be even in the top 1% of the world. Like 1 out of 100, you don't even need a bank account to do that. I'm not gonna get into details about all that shit, but I wanted to make that clear. But I mean, it is what it is, man. That's my reality, man. I don't I don't have anything really that's amazing or anything like that. I don't have any of that. I mean, the things that I do have at this time is I'm pretty much with the whole Romania thing, and it's cool because vampire families have had very top dynasties in Romania for thousands of years, as far as folklore goes. But as far as an official person goes, that has recognized as a vampire historically, that was the 1400s. So that's what, 600 years ago. So 600 years, we know that at least 600 years ago there was vampire nobility, and I think it's pretty clear and easy and obvious to know that I can have that Romanian kind of Romanian background going on, Romanian roots, and a Romanian homeland, an actual homeland. For me, not somebody else's homeland in fucking China or something. Like my actual homeland, for my people, for my family in Romania, and we can claim heritage as a family to Romania, and we can and I can be Romanian, whether other dynasty members outside of Romania want to be or not be, whether only some of us are doing it, or there are like guys like me, just not so many doing it, just a few guys like me who are relating back there. But I got the Romanian thing. That is a very important thing. I got that, and I feel good about that. And everything is earned, eh? Other than that, I got a little bit of stuff going on of my own. And that's all it is. I got my own stuff going on, and I'm doing my own stuff. Now, what I also want to say is I don't plan on staying in that reality. The whole point of being in reality without any fakeness and taboo and bullshit, for me, the advantage is that if I can be in reality, if I can see reality, if I know where I am, if I know how shitty my situation is, I can face it and try to push forward. If I'm living in a fantasy, I don't know exactly which direction to go and what to do or what is lacking and what I have, because those are not real figures. When I know I'm in reality, I can push, I can do a better job, and I can better my life. That's all it's about. It's a come up. Everybody in this world, or not, but everybody who has a come up has one come up. Everybody has that one come up. You're born a certain way, you are a certain way, but if you're not given or easily get what you want, you have one come up, one chance to come up. Fortunately, I've already come up and I'm in the top 10%, which helps me a lot. And I got my own stuff going on, and I know I'll be all right either way. But I mean, to be honest, it would be very lame. Like in my perspective, I would understand if there was some fucking mafioso or some, I don't know, whatever the fuck he thinks he is, and he's talking a little bit of shit about me and other guys. You know, oh, they're just bruisers, or they're pathetic, or you know, they'll be dead, they'll get themselves killed, living dangerous lives, or whatever the case is that they'll say, and that's fine, right? And we'll say what we'll say, and that's not, well, that's fine as well, almost. So that's the case. That's what I kind of want. But what I wanted to also say, so it's really lame if, let's say, there's just some guy who maybe he's in a rich, maybe his family's worth hundreds of millions or $80 million, whatever it is. He's in this rich family. He's got everything he wants, everything he needs. He's got his own circle. He's got his own enemies, own competitors, own friends, and own people that he deals with, family or friends, whatever it is, and competitors. And then he goes, oh, I want to face up against this guy. That doesn't really make any sense. You don't belong in this world. You have a different world. And you have much better stuff in your world, like actual material stuff and nice shit. We don't have that here, you know. Maybe some of those guys might. Well, not even to that level. No, they won't have it to that level, but not in the level of world that I'm in. Not in the level of world that I'm in. So that's your world. You do your thing over there. I don't really understand when for example, like, well, here's the thing. First of all, I want to make something clear. I don't see super hot girls when I walk around. I don't walk around and I see model looking girls or super attractive girls who are walking up to me or walking around me. I don't even see attractive girls most of the time. I don't know if it's just the area or what it is. I really genuinely, and I didn't see attractive girls where I was before either. You know what I mean? The only time I saw attractive girls was when I worked specifically like as a valet at a hotel where there was a busy kind of walkway and everybody was, and it was for the summer, so I would see hot girls sometimes or attractive girls. I don't even see attractive or hot girls. I don't even see expensive cars. I might see like one kind of expensive car like in 2 or 3 days. I don't see any expensive cars around. I don't see any of that. So why would you, I don't know, come in the form of a bum into my life, for example? It doesn't make any sense. I don't have anything around me. I don't have high-class vehicles or mansions or even expensive houses or anything like that around here in my life. I don't have any of that. I don't know anybody taking first class or business class in my life. I don't know anybody who does that. I have none of that in my life. I'm telling you that right now. We're not talking about future going forward, but I just want you to understand that I don't have anything like that. I'm not rolling with a bunch of guys who say, oh, this guy is a part of our crew. And they're rolling nice cars, they're doing what they're doing, or they're rich. I don't have any of that in my life. And I want you to understand, I robbed the bank. People with money don't go robbing banks, okay? It doesn't happen. People who have money do not rob banks. And I want you to understand that. Unless the fucking police is putting you up to it and you know you're gonna get a safety free, rob it and leave. That's a different situation, but that's not genuine. And people can smell that. But people who have those kind of lives, they don't go robbing banks, man. You're not gonna tell a bank robber that he didn't live a gritty life or he's not gritty or hard enough. You're not gonna do that. I'll tell you that right now. You're not gonna do that. You know, I didn't live a fabulous life, man. I didn't go around like, you know, oh, I'm dating this super hot girls. Dude, I didn't even date a girl in high school. I have never. I didn't even go on a date till I was like way older. I hadn't even been on a fucking date, man. You're going partying in Miami. I haven't even been on a fucking date, man. And now you might understand why I snap sometimes in my videos or why I get upset. This is my reality in the world that I live in. I don't know what kind of conceptions you have in your head. And to be honest, it doesn't get me down, and I don't feel bad about it. First of all, because I'm in the top 10% of the world already. Okay, I'm in the top. I'm a 10%er. First of all, I'm a 10%er, which means I've earned it in some way, and I got something going on to have that. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, I am in a real struggle. I am living a real life. I gotta deal with shit. And that's my come up. That's who I was, and that's how I came up, and that's the mentality I came up with. And had I not been naturally stronger, naturally harder, naturally stronger mentally in every way, if I wasn't, I would have never made it to this point. I would have never become stronger in places that are meant to break you down. But that's what happened, and I'm in a better position today. Now, I talked about connections before, but those are not like direct connections. Oh yeah, we're hanging out tonight. You know, those are people just trying to exploit you or saying, oh yeah, he hung out with us. Like, I'm not Fetty Wap here, you know, and I want you to understand that I am not Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap's got bands in his hands, man. Fetty Wap has bands in his hands. You ever seen his videos? The guys, everyone who's rapping in his videos, including him, has bands this thick. They're $100 bills. Okay, the guy has in cash, like he has like 100 grand in cash in his hands, and so does everybody else. You know, rapping in his video, Remy Boys and all that. You know what I mean? Like that's Fetty Wap. I am not Fetty Wap, man, and I'm not a fucking rapper. Okay, don't treat me like a fucking rapper. I'm not a fucking rapper. I've never done a rap song in my life. So I'm not your Fetty Wap. You're not gonna exploit me and turn me into your Fetty Wap, and try to turn me into something I'm not for your own personal gain and fame or whatever you're living in your life. I got no play in your life, man. I got play in my life, man. I got a real life to deal with, man. I got real shit to deal with. I don't have a yacht, man. You know what I mean? Now, let me explain. I'm not being disrespectful to people, but it's clear. It's about kind of like your world, my world, his world, her world, whatever. And you guys live in that. Now, one day I became successful, and I was worth something, and I had things in my life. That would be a different kind of situation. But even then, I'm not. My personality is not an instigatory one. But if somebody's fucking with me and I smell it, I'm on it. Okay, a shark only eats like, you know, when it needs to. You know what I mean? It doesn't just rip into people and eat them unless there's a reason for it. It can smell blood, by the way. But that's the situation. Yeah. So that's it. What else is there to really? Just wanted to set that straight, you know, and that's where I'm coming from, and that's where who I am. That's my life, and it's not a fabulous life by any sense. I do not live a fabulous life in any shape, way, or form. If I was living a fabulous life, or if I was even making enough money, I wouldn't have been robbing a bank, man. Okay, that wouldn't have happened. You know, I didn't rob it to become gangster or to become a gangster rapper. You know, that's not what it was about. I come from this, I wouldn't say school of hard knocks, but the school of hard knock mentalities. The school of the strong. The school that came up from the fucking bottom, man. That's the fucking school I'm from.